Hi, I'm Nancy from J&N Travels. We will be posting random videos on anything travel related, so please join us on Miscellaneous Monday videos. And remember, stay young, have fun. Hi, I'm Nancy.
And I'm John.
And we are J&N Travels.
Today's Miscellaneous Monday is going to be, just in time for Halloween, is going to be the 10 most haunted places in New Hampshire. Ooh. New England is one of the earliest English settlements in North America, which means that these states have some of the oldest historical spots. One particular New England state which is often overlooked when it comes to paranormal activity is New Hampshire. But it has its fair share of ghosts and ghouls and things that go bump in the night. Join us as we take a look at some of the most haunted places in New Hampshire.
Okay, number 10 on our list of the most haunted places in New Hampshire is the Alton Town Hall. There has been a variety of paranormal activity reported in the old town hall building, including heavy footsteps when nobody is there, doors opening on their own, disembodied voices, and furniture that moves around by itself.
Number 9 on the list is the Amos J. Blake House Museum, which is located in Fitzwilliam, New Hampshire. Considering the fact that there are approximately 11 ghosts plus a phantom cat that call the Amos Blake house home, it is safe to say that it most definitely qualifies as one of the most haunted places in the state. The house was built in 1837 and has been featured on some popular paranormal television shows. Staff at the museum say that they often feel as though they are not alone, and that there have been several reports of unexplained sounds, disembodied voices, and even ectoplasm.
Number 8 is the University of New Hampshire in Durham, New Hampshire. The University of New Hampshire is said to have a female spirit that roams the halls during the night. She is most often reported in Smith Hall and Tea Hall, where she manifests as a lady in white who visits students while they sleep. Several students have claimed to hear her phantom footsteps and then a feeling that they were no longer alone. She has also been seen on a number of occasions. Nobody is quite sure who the lady is or why she may be haunting the dorm room.
The next one on our list, number 7, is the Ocean-born Mary House, located in Henniker, New Hampshire. Ocean-born Mary House is said to be haunted by a woman named Mary who has fiery red hair and green eyes. It is said that she appears in one of the upstairs windows, and she has been seen on the house's main staircase when people enter the building. Mary was a lady who lived in the house and was widowed at a young age. This may seem like nothing out of the ordinary until you learn that Mary was the one who found the body of her murdered husband and then chose to bury him under the hearthstone in the kitchen. No wonder this place is haunted. Mary sounds like she could be very creepy indeed, but those who have encountered her say that the feeling that they get is that she simply is there to guard and protect her home.
Number 6 is Kimball Castle in Gilford, New Hampshire. Just by glancing at the ruins of Kimball Castle in Gilford, it is easy to see how it could be considered to be one of the most haunted locations in New Hampshire. Even before you step inside, it just has a creepy aura surrounding it that is apparent immediately on first sight. Some of the unexplained phenomena that has been reported at Kimball Castle includes loud, unexplained noises, lights turning on and off by themselves, and a couple of antique clocks which were long since dead that have been suddenly decided to start working again. The presence in the castle is unwelcoming.
The next place on our list is number 5, the Chase House, which is located in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. The Chase House in Portsmouth was built as a home for orphan children. As you can probably imagine, it has some spooky tales to tell regarding the ghosts of children, but it is a little more horrific than you might imagine. The ghosts here are not of tragic children who died due to illness or accident, but rather the tortured souls of a youngster who took her own life. It has been said that the young girl who was living in the children's home hung herself in her bedroom, and to this day residents say they sometimes see her ghostly figure in the hallway. However, worse than that are reports that she is often heard screaming from inside the room in which she died. She also has been known to unlock doors and turn on electricity. Chase House is without a doubt one of the most haunted houses in New Hampshire.
Number 4 is Pine Hill Cemetery in Hollis. Pine Hill Cemetery has a nickname that hints at its dark history. The locals know it as Blood Cemetery. There are more than 300 gravestones dating back as far as the 1700s. It is also allegedly full of numerous ghostly apparitions, and visitors had described hearing unexplained tapping sounds and seeing floating orbs of light. There is one particular spirit who is said to make regular appearances, and he is also the reason for Pine Hill Cemetery's gruesome nickname. Abel Blood was a devout Christian man who was laid to rest in Pine Hill Cemetery in 1867, next to his wife Betsy Blood. It is said that the Blood family were murdered, but this has never been proven in actual fact. What does seem to be apparent, though, is that Abel Blood remains in the cemetery in the form of an entity that scares the wits out of those who come to visit the burial ground. There is also a strange legend linked to Abel Blood's headstone. It bears a carving of a hand with the index finger pointed up towards heaven. However, if you dare to visit his grave at night, it is said that his grave marker changes color and the finger points downward. Creepy.
The countdown to number 3 on our list is the Isles of Shoals in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. The Isles of Shoals is a group of islands off the coast of Portsmouth and is considered to be one of the most haunted areas in New Hampshire, with numerous ghost sightings on 9 of the islands. Boone Island Lighthouse is haunted by an unknown spirit who opens and closes doors, as well as running up and down the stairs. Boone Island is said to host a sad lady dressed in white who wanders the island, and there is also sightings of the Isidore, a ghost ship that wrecked among the islands in 1843.
Number 2, New Hampshire State Hospital, Concord. New Hampshire State Hospital in Concord was originally known by the name New Hampshire Asylum for the Insane when it first opened, and it has a very similar history to some of the other asylums in New England, such as Danvers State Hospital in Massachusetts. The conditions here were brutal, and patients were neglected, abused, tortured, and even experimented on. Like so many asylums of the time, New Hampshire State Hospital was closed down amidst allegations about the lack of care given to patients. However, not before this pain and suffering left a permanent scar on the building. Although the hospital now lies abandoned, and it is certainly not empty, those who have come to visit report hearing faint footsteps and screams. They have encountered cold spots and seen objects pushed off tables or shelves by unseen hands. The elevators have also started working all on their own, and anyone who visits say they feel a constant feeling that someone is watching them very closely. It is not all surprising that this old asylum is one of the most haunted places in New Hampshire.
And now that we've counted down to the number 1 haunted place in New Hampshire, it's the Mount Washington Hotel located in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. Construction on the Mount Washington Hotel began in 1900 and was completed in 1902. The hotel was the largest wooden building in New England and was a project of Joseph Stickney. Sadly, he had little time to enjoy his creation as he died less than a year after it opened. However, it is not his spirit that is said to haunt the hotel. Instead, it is his wife, Carolyn Stickney. Soon after Joseph died, Carolyn remarried, this time taking a European prince as her husband. Carolyn died in 1936, and soon afterwards staff began reporting some very strange things happening around the hotel. In the winter months, the caretakers claimed to have seen an elegant lady walking into the dining room and reported that lights would turn off and on by themselves all over the hotel. When the summer staff returned, they posed for a photograph, only to find a shadowy female figure looking through the window behind them. Carolyn's old room, number 314, is said to be the most haunted, which is not surprising at all considering her giant four-poster bed is still in the room. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe below and hit the little bell, and like us if you could. Just want to pass on, in 2 weeks we'll run another Miscellaneous Monday, and this time we'll throw, in the spirit of Halloween, the top 9 most haunted places in New England.